Congressman Khanna joins us now. So, Congressman, assuming Carr does appear, and he certainly seems to want to appear places right now, if he appears voluntarily, what specific questions do you want to ask him?
Why he pressured ABC to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, whether he has any correspondence with Nexstar that has a merger approval before him, and whether
Nexstar, by the way, has denied, I think, any correspondence.
Well, we need to ask Carr whether there has been any communication, either publicly or privately, with them or Disney. But the most important point here is, Anderson, that for an administration that lectured the country about cancel culture, they have now canceled Jimmy Kimmel, canceled Stephen Colbert, threatened to cancel Jonathan Karl, who hosts This Week, canceled a Washington Post columnist, Karen Attiah. And I think if we don't, as a Congress, hold people like Brendan Carr accountable and say that this is not acceptable to go pressuring private companies and journalists, you're going to see the administration do more and more of it. So this is about Congress saying, no, you can't go threaten the media or private corporations.
Carr said today that Jimmy Kimmel was the victim of free markets, that affiliate owners didn't like what he said, and ultimately ABC pulled the show entirely.
That would be a fair explanation if Carr hadn't gone out there and pressured and demanded that ABC pull Kirk and make those comments as the chair of the FCC. And so if he had said nothing and then Disney had come to that conclusion, that would be perfectly appropriate. But what you have here is Carr calling for Kimmel's ouster. You have Trump threatening Jonathan Karl. You have Trump today threatening to pull networks he disagree with. You have Vance telling people to report those social media posts they don't like, to report those Americans to their employers. This is just something we've never seen, and we have got to stand up and say this is not our country. I saw one of your previous guests who said if a Democratic president comes in, they may do it to conservatives. I hope not. I would be out there screaming that they shouldn't do it. We don't need a retaliation. We need constitutionalism, and my hope is whoever the next Democratic president is, the first thing they say is they're going to uphold the Constitution, not engage in tit-for-tat retaliation.
How disappointed are you in companies like ABC, Disney?
Look, I don't think they should have taken the action they did with Kimmel. Partly we need grace in this country. I'm glad that Kimmel condemned the assassination. But think about where conversation has descended, Anderson. Instead of just condemning the killing and reflecting on how we can all be better, and I include myself, I'm sure I've had posts that I could have framed better, we're arguing whether the left or the right is more guilty for extremism. I mean, what have we come to? So, look, I disagree with Disney, but I understand how private companies are feeling when you have the administration threatening you. I mean, it's not easy being a CEO or a university president.
Congressman Khanna, thanks very much.